One accusation, one witness, one lie, and someone burns alive. Not because you proved they were guilty, because you said they were. Congratulations, you're a witch hunter. No trial required to start. No solid evidence needed. Just a grudge. A bad harvest, someone needed to blame. A woman living alone who didn't fit in. Your job, officially, is protecting the town from evil. Unofficially, you decide who burns. One man in England, Matthew Hopkins, self-titled Witchfinder General, was responsible for the deaths of several hundred people accused of witchcraft in less than 3 years. More than all the other witch hunters in English history combined, before his own short career ended almost as suddenly as it began. And here's the part that should genuinely disturb you. Many witch hunters weren't cynical con men. They believed, completely, that they were protecting their neighbors from real evil, which meant a person could end dozens of innocent lives while feeling certain the entire time that they were the hero of the story. You survive the accusations. Your next job is simpler. All you have to do is kill the person the court has already condemned. One swing. That's all anyone remembers about you. They never remember the man holding the axe. You're an executioner, and here's what almost nobody realizes about the job. It usually wasn't handed to a monster. It was handed to whoever couldn't get work anywhere else, because the position came with a curse attached to your entire bloodline. Shopkeepers wouldn't sell to you directly. Neighbors crossed the street. Your own children struggled to marry. And yet the job demanded real precision, because a clean death took skill, and a botched one meant a slow, horrifying one you'd be blamed for personally. Here's the strange part. Executioners understood human anatomy so well from years of practice that some of them moonlighted as dentists and bone setters, the same steady hands people feared, also the hands they quietly went to when something needed pulling or fixing. You survive the axe. Somebody still has to clear the streets of the people. The plague has already taken. London, 1665. The plague has arrived, and it's killing faster than anyone can process. Somebody has to collect the dead before disease spreads further, and that's you now. Every night, you push a cart through the streets, calling for people to bring out their dead. And here's the detail that should chill you. The cart's wheels made such a specific sound that people learned to recognize it before they even saw it, and would start crying the second they heard it coming, because they knew what it meant. You load bodies with nothing but a cloth over your face. Nobody knows why the disease spreads, only that you keep surviving while everyone around you keeps dying, which makes people just as terrified of you as they are of the plague itself. You survive the cart. Somebody still has to dig the hole. You're a gravedigger, and during the worst outbreaks, you're not digging single graves. You're digging pits, working through the night by torchlight, burying dozens before sunrise because leaving bodies above ground even one more day meant more death. And here's the part that should genuinely disturb you. In the chaos, bodies were sometimes misjudged. People too weak to move, too far gone to respond, got buried before they had actually died. There was no time to check twice. No resources to slow down. Just another pit, and another one after that. You survived the pits. Now somebody has to prepare the ones who made it to the end peacefully. In ancient Egypt, you're an embalmer, and this work is sacred, but it's brutal in ways people don't picture. Organs removed by hand, bodies packed in salt for weeks. Hours in humid rooms, a smell that never fully leaves your skin no matter how many times you wash. Some embalmers grew so familiar with the process that they could reportedly identify a body's condition, even a cause of death, by smell alone before they'd finished a single step. You touched death every day of your working life so families could say goodbye to something that still looked like the person they lost. You survived the smell. There's one job left. The only job on this list. That existed to stop civilization from collapsing. Rome. More than 2,000 years ago, the city is proud of something almost no other empire has. A working sewer system, the Cloaca Maxima, so advanced that parts of it are still functioning today, over 2,500 years later. But an engineering marvel still needs a human being inside it. That's you. Clearing blockages by hand, in complete darkness, breathing air that could kill you if the wrong gas built up in the wrong pocket of tunnel. One wrong step, one bad breath, and nobody even notices you're gone until your shift should have ended. Rome's plumbing became legendary. The man who kept it running never got a name. 6 jobs, 6 people history barely remembers. A man who decided who burned, a man who swung the axe, a man who carried the dead, a man who buried them, a man who preserved them, and a man who cleaned what everyone else left behind. History remembers kings, generals, conquerors. But every civilization was built by someone willing to do what everyone else refused.